Alright, it's time for even more stereotypes and Marvel rivals. The hard stuck. Okay, this one might hit hard for quite a few people out there, me included. The hard stuck player is someone that hops into comp pretty frequently and has plateaued in their peak rank. You'll take a look at their competitive history and see them hovering around the same rank for multiple seasons in a row. Because there are so many people that can fall into this category, the reason why they're hard stuck varies from person to person. Maybe they enjoy good competition with other similar players, but they just don't care too much about grinding and climbing. Maybe they want to climb, but have some aspects of their gameplay that are holding them back, whether that be aim, positioning, target prioritization, etc. Maybe they're the type of person to blame their teammates for every loss, and don't use it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Whatever the reason, this player just has a really hard time ranking up, but that doesn't mean that they won't have a breakthrough in the future. The E-daters. I won't lie, I don't see this stereotype as often in this game as a certain other game, but with some of the skin selections that are offered in the store, you're bound to run into a few E-daters every now and then. These players are the ones that have matching skins and player cards. The examples that probably come to mind are the wedding skins for Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, or Rogue and Gambit, but I've also seen people matching with other skins. You might think these people are cringy, and that might be true, but they're probably having a good time regardless of what's happening in the match. Hey, as long as they're not openly flirting in the voice comms, I don't see anything wrong with E-daters. Let them have their fun. The Rager. This is probably one of the most common stereotypes in all of Marvel Rivals. Okay, one of the most common stereotypes in all of gaming. But I do want to preface this by saying that a lot of us have gotten mad or frustrated from time to time, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a rager. When I talk about the rager, this is someone that gets tilted the second something goes wrong. It doesn't matter if you're 1 minute into a game, if you're dying, not healing them, or playing bad, they will flame you, either in chat or voice comms. No one is safe around this person, whether you're on their team or not. They will call you trash, boosted, slurs, pretty much anything to get under your skin and spread negativity. When you run into a rager, you can respond in a few ways. Mute them, ignore them. If you feel like entertaining it, talk some shit back, which I will say is fun every now and then, but please don't fall to their level of toxicity. You're better than that. Probably. The one role only. You've probably run into this type of player from time to time. This is the type of player that only knows one role, whether that be Vanguard, Duelist, or Strategist. Depending on the role that this person focuses on, the stereotype changes. If someone only plays tank, there's a good chance that they filled into this role because there are so many players that don't want to play tank. They've gotten so used to filling this role that it's the only one that they know how to play. If someone only plays DPS, they probably want all the glory, and think that getting a bunch of kills is the way to be perceived as a good player. There tends to be a lot of inflated egos when it comes to DPS only players, but there are definitely exceptions. And lastly, for players that only play support, they probably just like having a guaranteed spot on most team compositions and having a clear goal in keeping their teammates alive. With triple support being run so often, these players don't need to be afraid of people insta-locking their role and being forced into something else. Mastering a certain role is by no means a bad thing, but being able to flex makes you a more well-rounded player, so I definitely recommend at least learning 2 characters from every role. The new character in Ranked. Have you ever queued into a ranked match after a new character drops, and you see someone insta-locking that character on day 1? This has happened to me a few times, and I won't lie, it made me a little concerned. It's always a little scary knowing that there's a limited amount of time that someone has spent learning a character, especially when there are new mechanics to learn. When you see someone locking in a new character, it can end in a few different ways. Some characters are super overtuned when they drop, and not everyone knows how to counter them right away. This, combined with a decent player with solid fundamentals, can give a huge edge to your team. The other way it can end is someone having zero idea what they're doing, winging it on the spot, and low-key throwing the game because they decided to take the learning process into a ranked game. So, if you see someone locking in a new character in your ranked game, just temper your expectations. It could end in either a crushing defeat or a surprising carry. Alright, before I go, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that watched the first episode of the series. The shorts on YouTube did some huge numbers compared to everything else I've posted, and I'm feeling super motivated to keep on making more content. And if you haven't dropped a sub, please consider it. I just hit 400 subscribers, which pushes me that much closer to my goal of 1,000 subs. Even if you didn't sub, I still want to give you a big shout out for making it all the way through this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.